Thanks, guys. You guys are not going to believe this. I was actually planning to also blow a banana. Now what the fuck do I do? You can't have two back-to-back banana blowers. That's... seems like a scheduling error, guys. Now I'm completely thrown. I'm Australian, by the way. I'll address it. That's why I sound like this. I like to say that at the start of a show because sometimes in America people can't identify the accent, which is fine. I don't ever get upset when people get it wrong. People often think I'm from England, Ireland. No worries, it's all good. But the strangest misidentification was like a week ago. This guy said to me, "So you've got an accent? You're from the south, aren't you?" I was like, "Yes, of Earth." So, I'm from the deep south, buddy. Great year, yeah. My one claim to fame, I used to be on the Australian national gymnastics team. That's the one thing that I did. And oh, thank you. One person recognises me from my work on the parallel dance. And when people find out I used to be a professional gymnast, they ask me if I miss it. You know, that's a tough question to answer. Like I don't miss waking up at 5 a.m, training 7 hours a day. I don't miss my whole body hurting all the time. But I do miss wearing leotards. I miss it. Like if I go to the beach and I see a woman in a one-piece bathing suit, I will think, they were the days. Yeah, it's been almost 10 years since I've done gymnastics, but the old habits die hard. Anyone who's done sport, you get this, because you get these habits. Like this is a good example. Anytime my girlfriend and I have sex, I always start by going like this. I go... If I don't cover my hands in a chalk powder, I spring into the bed. That's also true. Yeah. So, you guys are comedy fans. A lot of comedians, they make jokes about the way they look, right? And I've always been jealous because I don't have a distinctive look. I've never been able to do that type of material. I don't have a look, right? At least that's what I thought until recently. The woman from my book club, she told me that I look like someone who would have a pet turtle. How is that? My whole life I was like, I don't have a look, but I'm the turtle guy. That's great. Like all week I've just been going up to strangers and asking them if they think I'd have a turtle. They're like, yeah, buddy, more than one. That's great. By the way, I have a girlfriend, so I just want to get that out there, because that's a pretty big deal within the turtle community. I'm a bit of a rock star, you could say. So. I love turtles. They're my favourite sea creature. Sharks, though, I fucking hate them. They're the worst. I don't like sharks. I'm scared of them. Particularly great white sharks. I've got no time for these guys. And how's this? Bullshit. Great white sharks, they're a protected species. How the fuck's that? They're top of the food chain. Protected species. That is some great white privilege, if you ask me. That's silly. I hate that name, great white. That's why I like Australian snakes. Deadliest snakes in the world. But they've got nice, simple names, you know? And we do have the deadliest snakes, by the way. If you didn't know this, of the 25 most venomous snakes in the whole world, 21 of them live in Australia. How crazy is that? I assume the other 4 just couldn't get permanent residency. Dangerous snakes, but very simple names. Like, you know, they don't sound dangerous. It's not like the African black mamba. That sounds like a deadly snake, right? The most dangerous snake in Australia, kills the most people every year, is just called a brown snake. That's it. Like, that's not dangerous. That's like going to prison and here, like meeting the 3 toughest guys, like El Diablo, Cutthroat, and Neil. It's got a tough name, the brown snake. But I think it's because Australians, like, we're pretty simple folk. I think that's all it is. Like, we keep it basic when naming animals. Like early settlers, they came to Australia, they saw a snake, it was brown snake. I saw another snake, it was green snake, easy peasy. Then they saw a third snake, and that one was also green. They were like, shit. We kind of went all in, naming that second snake. But luckily that snake slithered into a tree, and it's called the green tree snake. but crikey, it was pretty close for a minute there. It's crazy. I honestly didn't realise like how bad the snake situation was in Australia. Before I moved here, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I only know like 4 people that have been killed by a snake. And then I moved here, I realised that doesn't happen in any other country. It's crazy. But the thing is, because it happens so often there, like some Australians don't take the issue as seriously as they should. You know, like snake bites in Australia is a little bit like gun violence in America. I know, some people are tightening up, sorry, it's weird. But it is, like, it's surprising the similarities. Like, in Australia, someone gets bitten by a snake, half the country, they're like, well, that wouldn't have happened if he'd had a snake. I'm just saying, the only way to stop a bad guy with a snake is a good guy with a crocodile.